next to me each day. And I had 100 things I wanted to say about the way the morning light fell in your hair, about how glad I was that you were always there. But I was never good at finding the right word at the right time, so most of it went unheard, kept inside my head like letters never sent, just thoughts with no direction, with nowhere to vent. Thoughts I kept to myself when I should have spoken out. Thoughts I kept to myself when you needed me without a doubt to say what I was feeling just once out loud. I kept it quiet, kept it under a cloud. Thoughts I kept to myself. Now I understand the cost of staying silent when someone close to you needs something real and vibrant, not just presence, but the words that go along to tell them that you need them, that they belong. Thoughts I kept to myself when I should have spoken out. Thoughts I kept to myself when you needed me without a doubt to say what I was feeling just once out loud. I kept it quiet, kept it under a cloud. Thoughts I kept to myself. I've forgiven myself mostly for the quiet, the years I spent inside my head so private. But I still wish I'd found the words back then to give you what you needed now and again. Thoughts I kept to myself when I should have spoken out. Thoughts I kept to myself when you needed me without a doubt to say what I was feeling just once out loud. I kept it quiet, kept it under cloud. Thoughts I kept to myself. Thoughts I kept to myself. I started writing you the night you left this town. Sat at my old desk and tried to put my feelings down on paper where they'd make some kind of sense to me. If not to you, who'd never get to read. I filled up half a notebook by the end of first week. Every page another thing I meant to speak out loud but couldn't, so the pages held it all. The words that wouldn't come when I tried to call. Pages folded away in a notebook in my drawer. more. Pages folded away. I found that notebook moving years ago and sat and read it through from start to slow. Surprised at how much feeling I had kept in all those pages quietly wept. Pages folded away in a notebook in my drawer. Pages folded away, words you never heard before and maybe never will. I can't be sure, but they were real when I wrote them. That's what mattered more. Pages folded away. There's something about reading who you used to be in your own handwriting, raw and free. You remember things you thought you'd long let go, feelings only those old pages know. Pages folded away in a notebook in my drawer. Pages folded away, words you never heard before and maybe never will. I can't be sure, but they were real when I wrote them. That's what mattered more. Pages folded away. Pages folded away. There were things I meant to tell you, things I held back, thinking there would always be another chance to catch up to the moment, to the feelings running through. But the moment passed, and so did you. I didn't say I loved you near as often as I felt it. I didn't say how much your kindness meant. I held it close inside me like it might run out if shared. But silence isn't the same as showing you I care. Everything I didn't say lives in me still today. Everything I didn't say never found its way to you when you could hear it, when it might have mattered. Now it's just the pieces of what could have been. Everything I didn't say. I've learned to speak more freely since those days gone by, to tell the people that I love them while they're still beside me in this life before the time runs out, because silence leaves too much room for doubt. Everything I didn't say lives in me still today. Everything just the pieces of what could have been. Yeah, everything I didn't say, everything I didn't say. Don't know where you live now, haven't known for years. Don't know what city holds you, don't know what you hear. When you think about the past and where we've been, so I wrote you anyway, not knowing where to send. I told you how my life is gone since we were close, about the things I'm proud of and the ones that hurt the most, about the way I still remember your front porch you made, and how I've carried certain parts of you all the way. A letter with no address, written all the same. A letter with no address, with only your first name at the top of every page. I filled with everything I meant to say. A letter with no address, going nowhere today. Maybe you're out there somewhere, writing too, about the years that passed and all you've been through. And maybe in some way we're still connected through the words we've written and the thoughts we've directed. A letter with no address, written all the same. A letter with no address, with only your first name at the top of every page. I filled with everything I meant to say. A letter with no address, going nowhere today. Some letters aren't about the getting there, they're about the ride and about the care you take to put your feelings into words, even when you know they won't be heard. A letter with no address, written all the same. A letter with no address, with only your first name at the top of every page. I fill with everything I meant to say. Yeah. A letter with no address, a letter with no address. Wrote you pages in the kitchen after dark, when the house was still and I could hear my heart telling me the things I needed you to know. But when the morning came, I couldn't let them go. I sealed the envelope and wrote your name across the front, held it in my hands and thought about what I'd want. If you never knew the way I really felt inside, so I put the letter in a drawer and let it hide. Words I never mailed, sitting folded in the dark. Words I never mailed, living only every single line, but sending them was something I could never find. The courage for in time, words I never mailed. Years have passed, you've moved on to other things, other towns, other people, other springs. And the letters are still sitting where I put them in, waiting for a moment that will never come again. Words I never meant, sitting folded in the dark. Words I never made, living only in my heart. I wrote them all down clearly, every single line, but sending them was something I could never find. The courage for in time, words I never made. Maybe writing them was all I really needed to get the words outside of me to feel love. Even if you never read a single one, just putting them on paper got it done. Finds I never met, sitting folded in the dark. Words I never made, living only in my heart. I wrote them all down clearly, every single line, but sending them was something I could never find. The courage for in time, yeah, words I never made. Words I never lived.
I wrote the first line 20 times before I stopped, each one worse than the last, until I dropped the pen and walked away. tried again the next morning and the morning after then. Some feelings are too heavy for a single page, too late and too quiet for the written stage. So the letter kept on growing, kept on changing shape, like I was writing toward a truth I couldn't take. Ink that never dried on a letter never done. Ink that never dried because the words had just begun to scratch the surface of the way I really felt. Every draft a new hand I'd been dealt. Ink that never dried. Eventually I gave it up and let it go. Accepted there were things you'd simply never know about the way you changed me, shaped the man I'd be. I kept the drafts as evidence of what you meant to me. Ink that never dried on a letter never done. Ink that never dried because the words had just begun to scratch the surface of the way I really felt. Every draft a new hand I'd been dealt. Ink that never dried. Ink that never dried. There are some feelings that resist being written down, that circle back and change before they're found on paper in a form that feels complete. Some truths are harder than the words we meet. Ink that never dried on a letter never done. Ink that never dried because the words had just begun to scratch the surface of the way I really felt. Every draft a new hand I'd been dealt, yeah. Ink that never dried. Ink that never dried. Never wrote it down, not one single word. Just carried it around like something always heard, laying underneath the surface of my days. A letter written on, babe, in my mind's own ways. I know every sentence, know exactly how it starts, with the simple fact that you were good to my heart. And how I never told you when I had the chance. Now it lives inside me in a permanent stance. The letter still inside me that I never put to page. The letter still inside me hasn't changed from age to age. It says the same things now it said back then, that I was grateful
that I'd do it all again. The letter still inside me. If you could hear it somehow, through the years, through the distance and silence and the fears that kept me from just saying what I meant, you'd know it was the truest thing I ever spent. The letter still inside me, that I never put to bed. The letter still inside me hasn't changed from age to age. It says the same things now it said back then, that I was grateful, that I'd do it all again. Yeah, the letter still inside me.